How's it going out there, riders? Dave Weagle here, out in beautiful Pacy-Valandre in France, up in the Alps. As you can see, it's an amazing spot, and we're here today for the launch of the 2012 BH Lynx series bikes. This is the first bike in the series. It's a 4-inch travel cross-country bike that'll actually be being raced by their World Cup athletes. So we're pretty excited about that the athletes have chosen to race on the bike. The bike is using my split pivot suspension, and I've worked really closely with BH over the last couple years to develop this platform. As a lot of you are probably familiar with BH, they have been very strong on the road side of things, and their ultimate hardtails have been really well received, and they really wanted to try to make sure that their full suspension offerings really fell in line with the level of just how pro the previous products have been. And so they really started from the ground up, and we worked together to really develop a bike that has a specific feel that the guys at BH were looking for, and it's quite a bit different than a lot of the 100mm cross-country bikes you see on the market. As you can see, all carbon fiber frame, including a press-fit carbon fiber bottom bracket and headset. We use a direct mount front derailleur, so it's a really stiff connection for the front derailleur. We use a floating shock mount on this particular design, but it's a little different than other floating shock mounts. We're actually compressing the shock from both ends, and one of the reasons we did that was, first off, for packaging. We have a shock extension on here, a little clevis, and we use just bolts in a stock shock, but that helped us package the bike so that we could make it as light as possible, and at the same time, we use a really short link. This is what we call the control link up top here, and that really short control link lets us have a leverage ratio that's pretty progressive in the beginning of the travel compared to most other 4-inch bikes. And packaged with the main pivot location and the levels of anti-squat and braking neutrality we've designed in, it's allowing us to run some pretty aggressive tuning on the bikes. We're actually running 150 PSI on the Fox Kashima shocks in the boost valve. It's the only bike in Europe using this low of a pressure, and every other competitor bike is actually closer to 200 PSI, which is just a testament to how well the bike is actually working on the trails. We're using a low velocity tune and medium rebound too, which is really to suit with the air spring, but what it ultimately translates to is a bike that's really supple on the small bumps, but at the same point accelerates like you'd expect a 100mm bike to, and also has a good amount of mid-travel cornering support, so you can come into a corner really hot and really push the bike like a slalom bike almost. So we designed this bike to have a certain feel for cornering response and mechanical trail measurement, giving this bike a head tube angle that is it's just a lot different than you would expect and maybe wouldn't consider originally. It's in the 69s range. The feel is exactly what we wanted to achieve. So we're going to get back out there and hit the trails, but keep out there riding, and you should see these on the trails in the pretty near future.